Find a position where you feel supported. This could be seated or lying down, and allow your body to be held by whatever is beneath you, whether it's a cushion, a chair, or a bed. And just for this practice, just know that there's nothing you need to really accomplish here. There's no problems to be solved and nothing to be improved. It's just in this moment and just exploring some possibilities that might emerge. As you settle in, just notice your breath and the rhythm. This subtle rise and fall of your body as it inhales and exhales, and this quiet intelligence that is already working when you're not so busy thinking. Maybe taking a few deeper breaths, seeing if you can just expand your lungs as you also begin to expand your imagination and your ability to visualize. And now imagine yourself walking slowly along a path. And it doesn't have to be a dramatic landscape. It can be just something very simple, just maybe a stone path. Just notice around you what you see. Notice what you smell. Feel the ground beneath your feet. But also just recognize the sky above you. And just like maybe the walk of life that you're currently engaged in, just notice that sense of subtle weariness. as if you've been navigating these many decisions, these expectations from others. Just acknowledge that sense of indecision, but also fatigue, and know that that's very valid. It's your deep self giving you cues. And that's certainly okay. And eventually you arrive at a crossroads, a decision to be made, a point where maybe trails converge. And just like life, you are pulled in different directions. You have to make a decision. So each path may provide some benefits and some drawbacks. And so often we use our mind, our analytical thought, to make these decisions. But instead, recognize just this crossroads and acknowledge the potential, the opportunity, but also accept the uncertainty. And maybe embrace this pause. Can you be still in this not knowing? Can you find a sense of relief in not having to move quite yet? And so now allow yourself to remain here for a few breaths. Just take in this liminal space, this threshold, this crossroads. And feel your feet firmly grounded. Hold your body steady in this space. And then be present here. This is when we just allow that analytical thought to soften. And we let our inner knowing, the deepest part of us, begin to give us cues. So without forcing anything, just begin to notice if one of these paths feels louder. And one path might feel urgent, might feel pressure or striving. That another one might feel cluttered and crowded with other people's expectations. And yet somewhere among these different paths, yet another path, perhaps quietly, just feels a little different. It might not be an easy path or something impressive, but instead, this path feels a little bit more simple. Maybe clear. And yet it engages a sense of authenticity within you. Maybe it stirs a quiet courage. Maybe it inspires a sense of boldness paired with humility. And in that sense, you might feel it in your body rather than thoughts. This might feel a softening, this subtle yes. It's maybe a sense of alignment. And this is what it means to ask for an ancient path. And this is a path that is inspired by the many sages that have come before you. These are paths that are created through wisdom, by inner knowing. And maybe you begin to take a few steps on this ancient path, this path that just feels different. See if your nervous system softens, the inner tension loosens. Notice that this path isn't forcing you to move quickly. You just move at your pace. Maybe take a pause here. Just knowing that you don't need to walk the whole path today. And just notice, recognize its presence and trust that this path exists. So just recognize where you are, being aware, grounded. You're not striving or lost, but each step along this path, you are truly yourself. and you are no longer running away from your authenticity. So you can continue to walk on this path. Just noticing each step as you drop all of your fears, all of the expectations, all of those identities that no longer serve this path. You're dropping all of that baggage as you let yourself walk freely. And when you're ready, just begin to return gently to your body. Just notice the breath. Notice your body in contact with the floor, your chair, or meditation cushion. But also notice the quiet that remains. And you don't need to carry any answers with you. Only the memory of this pause, this listening, this inner orientation towards what is true. And throughout the day, anytime you make a decision or need to make a decision, just go in and see if you can connect with this sacred pause. And see if that inner part of you, that deeper part of you, see if that has the answer. So you can begin to wiggle your toes and fingers and just know that this crossroads is always here. You can return to it anytime. It's always good to take these pauses and reconnect with this inner listening, this inner knowing that you walk around with every day. Take care of yourself.